guys, so I wasn't tagged, but I'm going to do the resolutions tag that was created by Nikki Tutorials, one of my favorite gurus. I'll list her channel and her resolutions tag below because you need to watch her if you don't. I'd be surprised if you don't, but let's get started. Number 1, name 3 things you did this year that you're proud of. I don't know. 1, I stepped out of my comfort zone and gave Ryan, my current boyfriend, my phone number at work on my last day though, so we didn't like work together and date. So it wasn't super inappropriate. We did work together, but anyway, so I did that, which took a lot of guts. I do have a video on making the first move, by the way, of my tips, even though I'm definitely not a pro. That was the first time I ever made the first move, but it paid off for me, so I'm one of the lucky ones. Number 2, I worked out a lot. I'm literally in the best shape that I've ever been in, and that was my goal. By 2014, I wanted to be in the best shape ever, and I am in the best shape I've ever been, just not ever. Number 3, I made a decision to move back home, and as hard as that decision was to make, to give up my own space, my own apartment, I have no regrets. You know, I've saved money so far and it's really paying off for me, and it's not so bad here. It's just hard to adjust to not being alone all the time. But I do have a door to close, so I am, you know, lucky that I do have my own time, and my parents understand when I need alone time, so it's not like it's completely horrible, and I have a roof over my head, which I couldn't be more grateful for right now, especially in this weather. So, you know, all in all, I don't want to complain about, you know, living with my parents at home after having been on my own for so long, but I did make that really hard decision, and I'm proud of myself to be able to do that. Number 2, name 1 thing you wish you'd done differently. There's one thing in particular that I wish I would have done differently. I don't like to look back and say I should have done that, because it's not helpful to do that. It's not helpful to regret things, and I don't. I'm a much stronger person because of what happened earlier this year. You guys know I was dating someone before Ryan, after Tyler, and that was the hardest thing I did this year to go through, and basically get my heart broken. So I wish I had done that differently. I don't want to go into details or anything about it because it's really, really personal. That's one thing I do want to keep personal. But that was the hardest thing I went through this year, and I'm much stronger, but there are certain things about that I wish I had done differently. What was your biggest highlight this year? Easily, okay, there's so many. I'm going to be really sappy and say when Ryan told me that he loved me. It was magical, okay? I don't think I've told you guys this story because I did want to keep it personal for so long, but I'll tell you the story. It was the last night in my apartment is when he first told me he loved me, right before I moved, and we went on a walk to the park, and it was at night, it was late at night. We went on a walk and we were laying on the basketball court, and I felt the urge to say it because I had felt that I loved him for many months, and he actually told me that he had felt the same because we said I love you first after 6 months of dating, and that's kind of rare for couples. Normally it's 2 to 3 months they say it. So we took our time, and we're still taking our time. You know, we took our relationship pretty slow, and I have no regrets about that. I love that we did that, and I love that we waited until we knew that we loved each other 100% before saying it. So I'm very grateful. But we were laying there on the basketball court and looking up at the stars and just kind of talking, and he was like, you know what I think? He didn't say anything for like a really, really long time, and he told me that if I didn't ask, he wouldn't have said it, but I asked, and I was like, what? What are you thinking? Because he didn't follow up with anything. So I was like, what? And he said, I think I'm falling in love with you. And it was, oh my god, I cried, guys. It was amazing. And of course I said, you know, I'm falling in love with you. Or I said, that makes me so happy to hear because I'm in love with you. And we were both just like smiling and, you know, kissing and crying. Well, I was crying. And we like rolled over and looked at the sky again, and the shooting star went by. I'm not even making that up. There was literally a shooting star right after that moment. That was my biggest highlight of the year. Favorite beauty product of the year? Well, I just did my beauty favorites of 2013, and that's a hard one. I'm gonna say either this or this. I don't know. I have all the products still next to me in case you didn't notice. I'm wearing the same thing. Naked 2 palette or the Voluminous, this is a new one because I've gone through so many of them, the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. It's my holy grail mascara. I don't really buy anything else because it's literally the best. And then this one I've been using a lot the past 6 months. But the Naked 1 palette, is probably my most used palette of all time, but either one, I don't know. What was your least favorite beauty product this year? I don't think I bought this year. It might be over a year old, but it's the Neutrogena Healthy Skin. No matter how much I try to like this, I can't. I mean, I hear the hype about it all the time, and it's in Classic Ivory. I feel like it's too dark for me. I don't know if it looks too dark, but in person it just looks a little orange on me. I feel like it oxidizes on the skin. It does have SPF in it, so it could be that. I don't know. I just can't get into this product. Who do you want to thank for being amazing this year? Who don't I want to thank for being amazing this year? Special shout out to my best friend Sam. We went through so much this year, like literally so much, and we both went through a breakup within a month of each other. We both found a boyfriend within a month of each other. We're basically, I'm just copying her because her relationship ended a month later mine did. She found somebody a month later I did. So, you know, we've just gone through so much this year, and we're both finally trying to find our happiness, and I can't say we found it, but we've supported each other this whole year, and I can't thank her enough for always being there and just being my best friend. And no matter what happens in life, who we date, no matter who it is, we're always there for each other and we'll always be best friends. So these are the resolutions part. What are your beauty makeup resolutions you have for next year? I don't have a beauty resolution. I guess I could say to get my skin in check. It's getting there. I've definitely made some improvements. If it doesn't get better, I'm going to see a dermatologist, which I've always wanted to treat myself to, but they're expensive and I just didn't have the money. So if my skin does not improve to the point where I want it to, I'll see a dermatologist. What are the fashion resolutions you have for next year? Maybe to step out of my comfort zone and wear more dresses, like midi dresses or just skirts, and stop being lazy with my fashion. I'm a really lazy fashion person. You know, you guys always say you love my outfits and stuff, but it's literally always a t-shirt and jeans. That's what I'm wearing right now. Sometimes I'll throw on a hat, but by the middle of the day the hat comes off. I'm just a very lazy fashion person. If I'm not comfortable, I'm in a bad mood. So it's hard for me to wear fashion that's uncomfortable. Not that dresses or skirts or tights or heels are, well, heels are pretty uncomfortable. I can't wear them, but I'm just not a heel person. Maybe that'll be my resolution. To get a good pair of heels, like chunky heels, not heels, and wear them, like to school. I don't know. What are your personal resolutions for next year? I really want to get into a workout system that works for me. I used to be in that. I fell out of it for a very stupid reason. I'll tell you why. When I dyed my hair purple, you can't wash your hair as much. Therefore, I don't want to sweat as much. That's why I stopped working out. Not 100% stopped working out. I still do blog Pilates every now and again, some cardio now and again, but definitely not every day like I used to. So I'd like to get back to working out at least 4 times a week in the new year, and also a diet that I am proud of, because I fluctuate between healthy and shitty, like, I mean, horrible diet, like ramen, Taco Bell. I mean, it's just, I don't have a medium, and I need to find that medium because I don't want to give up my luxuries and my, you know, treats now and again. I say now and again a lot, don't I? I don't want to give those up because those make me happy. They make my soul happy. But as far as food, I just want to learn to cook meals that are relatively healthy that I love, because I haven't found that. So I'll take you on that journey with me next year when I start to learn to cook, and I'll do the cooking videos with me and we'll learn together if you're going through the same thing. And the 10th question, the last question, what is one thing you want to check off your bucket list next year? I would love to go on a trip with Ryan or go camping with Ryan. That's one thing I really, really want to do. Just somewhere local even, I don't care. Just something small. I don't want to go to like Yosemite with him or, you know, Monterey or something. I just want to like go camping and just spend a couple days with him out in the wilderness. I think that would be so fun. So that is one thing I want to do. Maybe one of my bucket lists is to get my mile under like 7 minutes, or at least at like 7 minutes. It's one of my goals in life. It'd be cool if I could reach that, but I don't run nearly enough to get to that point. So that is all my little resolutions for next year. Please tell me yours if you want to do the tag, but in comments you can do that. I'd love to hear what you guys want to improve about yourself and what kind of resolutions you're making. I tend to make really realistic resolutions just because I don't know, resolutions to me don't hold a lot of weight because you can make a resolution for any time of the year. It doesn't have to be at the first of the year. It's just convenient for people who want to set a goal for themselves. But typically they fall through. Hopefully I stick to mine. Let me know what yours are, and let me know at the end of the year if you stick to yours. Did you stick to yours this year? I did. Anyway, that's it for the resolutions tag, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.